Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 25th. We're just going to jump right in here, Libra, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. You have this air spirit card. I mean, you are an air sign, and it says knowledge on it. And it's interesting. I think before I choke, I think it was Gemini who had something about knowledge showing up in their reading. So it seems to be like an air sign thing right now that you should either be gaining knowledge or kind of learning from things or learning about things that you're interested in. I know that sounds obvious, but it seems to be very important. So I'm gonna say it, right? But again, you start with this knowledge card. You can see she's moving forward on a boat there, and she's kind of like being lifted up over these trees, which I also find interesting because, to me, it's kind of like saying knowledge is the thing that's going to lift you up or move you forward or get you over obstacles. It's almost like, I love trees, don't get me wrong, but it's almost like she's being lifted up over obstacles on this card. You have the High Priestess, the Hangman, and also the Nine of Wands here. It's kind of interesting because, again, this could also be like your last shot on something, or maybe, again, I don't really believe we have any last shots on anything. I believe we create our own reality. I believe we get as many chances as we want to do whatever the hell we want, right? But maybe you feel like this is your last chance to make something happen, to do something in your life. It could be accomplish a goal. You have the Ace of Wands here, so it could be any new beginning. You also have the Hierophant here, so again, education is clearly going to be your best friend. I'm kind of surprised that the Ten of Pentacles hasn't shown up in your reading. You have this High Priestess, and you might be saying, what does the Ten of Pentacles have to do with the High Priestess? Well, both cards can represent like hidden or secret information. Same thing with the Hierophant as well. He has 3 levels to his crown. The 3 levels represent actually the 3 stages of initiation. It's actually tied to the Masons as well. It represents the last 3 degrees of the Masons as well. So kind of like secret society vibes here and just like secrets in general. And I'm not saying there are secrets, but the High Priestess can represent secrets or hidden secret information. Same thing with the Ten of Pentacles. Believe it or not, the Ten of Pentacles can represent information coming from an unlikely source. It's like a little known meaning of the Ten of Pentacles. Then it can represent information coming in the form of a gift. Traditionally, there's like the family on the Ten of Pentacles, and there's the old man. And one way to read the old man is actually that he could be a beggar who is coming and giving a gift to the family that is on the card. He represents someone who has nothing to give, who is providing something, right? But the true representation is that it represents receiving information from an unlikely source or receiving information from, something that doesn't seem related, right? Or just receiving information in general. The High Priestess is similar in that she can represent something that's hidden, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, meaning all she has to do is see what is behind the curtain on the card. So for some of you, I feel like research would be very important. You have the Hangman as well, which kind of represents a new perspective. He's hanging upside down. Everything he sees is upside down. He's looking at things from a different angle. And I feel that's going to be very important for you this week is in all areas of your life. I feel like looking at things differently, even if that means you have to be upside down, then, I would do it. I feel like knowledge is power for you clearly this week, and it's going to move you forward very quickly. You have this cardinal moon. It says, be bold and make the first move. There you go. So I feel like anything that you're wanting, I would make a move towards it. You also have the horse. The horse in this deck, this is the Animal Spirit deck by Wild Unknown, is an energy of momentum. It's like an energy of keeping things going after you have success. There's been this major energy of what I call follow through in pretty much every single reading I've done for the past few months, where it's like I don't believe personally that we should be setting a finish line and then, whatever it is, like accomplishing something and then stopping. We need to make sure we follow through. There's just too much energy that's kind of saying, keep the momentum going. Make sure you have your success, have your victory, but, keep celebrating the victory, but keep it going. Make sure you don't just stop at a victory. If you have a certain success in business, it's like, okay, what is the next milestone? What is the next thing that you're going to be working towards? And again, it's not about not being happy. Sometimes I think people think that means that you can't be happy with your success. And that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm a big fan of, kind of maintaining success. I'm a big fan of celebrating your successes as long as you can. The more you celebrate your successes, you're kind of soaking up that energy, and then you're just going to attract more successes because you're in the energy of success. But what I am saying is that this is saying make sure to maintain the success, like keep doing the things that you did to become successful in the first place. So I feel like, really, if I can't say the word enough, I feel like there's a success coming in for you. This is your present position. So there's some sort of win, some sort of victory coming in for you. That's the vibe I get here. But I feel like there's a need to kind of like keep it rolling. You have the Seven of Cups here, the Six of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. I kind of feel the Seven of Cups is like being spoiled for choice, but I really feel like it's saying, sometimes we have a success and then we're like, okay, when am I going to lose it? when is the bad thing going to happen? To me, the Seven of Cups, I feel like is saying, just enjoy the success and don't immediately jump to the bad thing. The Six of Pentacles, I feel, is things balancing out. It's funny that I said that a beggar could be coming in. There's two beggars on this card. Six of Pentacles, one of my favorite meanings for the Six of Pentacles comes from Fearless Tarot, the book Fearless Tarot. And in that book, he says that the Six of Pentacles kind of represents like an angel in disguise, where there could be a person who enters into your life who, there are many movies, for example, where it's like a beggar appears to the hero in the movie, and depending on how that person treats the beggar, they end up being an angel in disguise. They end up being someone who helps them on their journey. And again, I love that book, Fearless Tarot, by the way, but I almost never use that meaning for the Six of Pentacles. But again, this whole entire reading is giving me those vibes of like, there could be something that maybe you're underestimating. And again, this is not a criticism. We've all done it, where maybe you look at it and maybe some information is coming in. Sometimes I think we do this with children. It's like sometimes I think, children say things to us and we're like, oh, they're just a child, right? I kind of feel this reading is saying there's information coming in from some area of your life that maybe you just underestimate it. Maybe it just doesn't seem important at the time, but I would just pay attention. Again, not a criticism. I don't think this is a bad thing. I think it's just saying like, hey, pay attention, right? You have the Hierophant. Hierophant to me is a card of graduation sometimes, and that's what I get for you. It's almost like you've reached the last stage of something, and now you are graduating. The other thing is, that I would say is sometimes when I get this energy of like information from an unlikely source, it could be one of those things where you're like watching a movie and maybe you've been like thinking about starting a business. Maybe the person in the movie talks about the business you want to start. It's like, I feel like that's a sign from the universe to be like, hey, get started. So again, I would be, I don't want to drag this out, but I feel like it's super important in your reading that you pay attention to signs, symbols, unlikely information, all that other stuff. Next, you have this Imagine card. I love this card. She's like bringing the moon down to earth there. You can see there's like a string attached around the moon, and she's kind of bringing it down to earth. So I really feel some of you could be like manifesting some sort of dream. You have the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, to me, says follow your passions, follow your desires. The Ace of Wands is a very passionate new beginning, something that you desire to do or desire to have in your life. So I feel like there is a lot of desire going on here with the Ace of Wands. I also feel like there's a lot of growth and success happening for you with that card. So I feel really good about that. Definitely a new beginning. The Seven of Wands, to me, is a card of your belief. Beliefs seem to be super important at this time. Pretty much every single sign for the past 2 weeks has had these cards of like really, really needing to feel something, like feel like you already have something, or really need to believe that something is possible. And I say this because the Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card that says when you know that you are going to be successful, you will be successful. The Four of Pentacles is a card of like realizing, like I kind of feel this energy of needing to realize that things can change. That's really what I feel with the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is a card of like things, he's holding on too tightly to the past. But it's like what you don't realize, what you could be manifesting is like your dream, something amazing. So it's like sometimes I think we hold on to things that really just don't serve us any longer. And I kind of get that feeling here, but, let's see what's going on for you at this time. And sorry, this deck is just not going to, it maybe will cooperate, maybe not. My table is supposed to be here today. So all my stuff basically is supposed to be here, hopefully. So we'll see. With the High Priestess, you have the Three of Swords. Could be some sort of separation or breakup that you've experienced in the past is what I would say to you. I also feel like this could be like, one of those things where I feel like there are a lot of things that we are told as children that really just, that we like hold on to, right? And really, they don't serve us as adults. One thing I think of is like, as children, we're taught don't talk to strangers. And, as an adult, for the most part, it's perfectly acceptable to talk to strangers. The problem is because we're told don't talk to strangers when we're children, then we don't talk to strangers when we're adults. So we like could potentially miss out on opportunities. We could miss out on friendships and all these things. And it's like one of those things where, I feel like, you know, I'll never say that to my kids, right? Because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, is it dangerous to talk to strangers? Maybe, but for the most part, it's like when, as adults, it just doesn't serve us. And I don't know why I'm saying this other than the fact that it's popping into my head that there could be things from your childhood where if you look at it, you say, oh, that served me well when I was a child. It protected me when I was a child, but now I'm an adult. That's what I get here. I don't know. There you go. Take it or leave it. Aries, Libra, sorry. With the Hangman, I feel like I've been calling you Aries this whole entire time, probably. But with the Hangman, Ace of Wands, boom, new beginning. For some of you, I feel like you're kind of like maybe the information that you're receiving is not, I wouldn't really call it a second chance, but I feel like you're kind of reinvigorating something. You're breathing new life. Something is almost being given a second life here is what I feel. For a lot of you, it could be a creative project or it's clearly something you've worked on with the Ace of Wands showing up twice. So pay attention to that information. Here you go, with the Nine of Wands, second chance. Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a card of innocence and nostalgia. It's kind of a card of second chances. I wouldn't really say this is like an ex coming back, Libra. I would say this is more like if it's love, you're getting a second chance at true love. If it's business, I feel like you're getting a second chance to have another business or have another job or career. Whatever it is that just maybe hasn't been so fulfilling or has been like you being in a forest, like we talked about with that first card. Very lost, not seeing things clearly. Again, being lifted up by knowledge on that air spirit card, it's like you can see everything around you. So I feel like you're almost being given vision here at this time, Libra. I love it. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness, good things coming in for you. So true happiness coming in for you here. Love it. That's nice. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords. Excuse me. In this diagonal, you have two aces. In the middle here, you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Two aces is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. Ace of Swords is also a card of knowledge and wisdom and learning and all those other things. So you know how to learn as much as you can. With the Hierophant, you have the Death card. I mean, that is just Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces is the death of traditional belief. The Hierophant is traditional belief. Like, this is what we are dealing with. I talk about this all the time with Neptune and Pisces. It is my belief that Neptune and Pisces is like, why are you doing things this way? It could be anything. It could be like, why do you tie your shoes? Why do you do your left foot first? Why not try your right foot first? You never know. I've heard crazy stories. You might bend over to tie your right foot first. You see some book in the corner of your room because you did that and it changes your life, right? I don't know. You never know, right? So, it's like one of those things where Neptune and Pisces just wants us to question pretty much everything. It's funny because the other week I said that Neptune and Pisces is a liar. And it's not really that Neptune and Pisces is a liar. Neptune and Pisces just maybe wants us to say, what is the truth for you? And I kind of get that here. Ace of Swords is, again, a card of truth. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Two of Wands. I'm pretty sure you're like the fourth sign to have the Two of Wands in this last row this week. Two of Wands about progress, so there's clearly a lot of progress. I feel like things have been very stalled out recently. I'm kind of wondering, I'm really interested about this summer, and, I really don't, I question, what I will say is I question my own predictions, about the summer because of Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is unpredictable. But we do have Mars retrograde this, towards the end of the year in October. And, I don't really like Mars retrograde, but I am interested to see if maybe there are some opposites to this retrograde because of Uranus and Taurus. Maybe they're, what I'm trying to say here is, normally during Mars retrograde, things slow down or things don't move forward as quickly as we would like. But maybe actually this one won't be so bad because, because of Uranus and Taurus. Maybe it's the opposite, or maybe there's some surprises, or maybe we get some boost in energy. The other thing I like to think about is that Uranus and Taurus is very slow moving, and it wants us to build something permanent in our life. And so it's like, that's perfect energy for Mars retrograde because it's slow, more methodical. We have to think more, right? You know, all those things. I don't know. It's kind of popping into my head. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is like having a choice. That Seven of Wands says once you make a choice, you know, that's a choice you're sticking to. The more sure of ourselves we are with that Seven of Wands, the better, is what I'll say to you. And with the Four of Pentacles, you have the Empress. Tons of abundance, tons of success, you know, coming in for you here. I would say like letting go of the old, moving towards the new is what this reading is all about. So that's what I would do if I were you, Libra. But it looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Libra. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.